welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie, and I have been a daycare provider and owner for over 20 years here in beautiful Park City, Utah. This channel is for anyone who wants to start an in-home daycare business. I'm your girl, daycare center, have had that. Parents who want to research what it's like for your child to be in a daycare setting, it's for you too. Any advice for daycare providers, I'm your girl. Channel answers all the questions. I've been there, I've done that, and I do product reviews. I'm also compiling a list of questions and content of what parents want to know from their daycare providers, so I'm working on that as well. If you like this channel, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share this out to anyone that you think could benefit from listening to my wise words of wisdom. Disclaimer, not a psychiatrist, not a pediatrician, not a doctor of any kind. I am just a daycare provider who has been in the trenches, yes, in the trenches, working full-time for over 20 years with children, babies and toddlers specifically. So I have plenty of advice and wisdom to share. Anyway, let's get started. I usually do 3 questions, and we're going to go to question number 1. Here we go. Do you guys allow kids to return if they leave and come back for appointments? It depends. If the parent is leaving during nap time, I usually say keep the kid home for the rest of the day. I mean, there really is no point. It just depends on a few things. For me personally, I only have 8 kids at the max, and I'm pretty flexible with parents. So that's just me. My kids are all well-trained sleepers. That's thing 2. So if I have a little child that is going to get picked up before nap time and come during nap time, what I'll do is, if I know that that kid is a perfect sleeper, I will say, text me when you get back, and I will put the baby down, or the kid, the toddler down, whatever. And I will go upstairs. If the kids are sleeping, I'll go upstairs, take the child, and bring them downstairs. So that way there's no disruptions. However, other in-home providers or daycare centers, they might say no, and I don't blame them. There's no judgment here, man. You do you. You need to do what's best for your center. If it's disruptive, I would say nope. And there you go. Easy question. This might go fast today. Question number 2. Does anyone have a sign for their door about entering quietly because there are kids and babies sleeping? What does it say? My own baby sleeps in, and I'm about to have a newborn start next week. Ooh, Lord. I have one kid that I hear on the porch before they ever open the door. I've said, please calm down, quiet down after he comes in with mom, but it clearly hasn't meant anything to either of them. Well, how do I say this? That's really not the parent's fault. If they're coming in during operating hours and you're going to have a newborn and your center's like in the middle of your house, you've got to teach the newborn how to sleep through it. You can ask them, but if a toddler is all excited to come to your daycare, I mean, it is what it is. If they're being, abnormally obnoxious, like going to the crib and shaking it or something, then that would be one thing. But if they're loud and, they're little toddlers and they're excited to come in for the day, I mean, no. Girlfriend, figure it out. Put some noise on. Teach that baby how to sleep. To sleep through noise. Like, for me, when I have newborns, I have them in a bassinet in the same area where me and the other kids are. 1, so I can have direct supervision at all times because they are newborns and I am just very cautious like that. So my newborn baby is going to be in a bassinet in the area, and I can see them, hear them at all times. That also teaches the baby how to sleep through noise. And they can sleep Think about when you're in a hospital nursery. All those babies are screaming, crying at the same time, and then they all fall asleep. Or one screaming and crying, all the rest of them are asleep. They can totally go to sleep through that. It's fine. They are fine. So you need to figure it out. And you can ask them, but that's kind of your problem. Third and final question. We're rolling through these. This is all about nap times. I don't know why I chose all the nap time ones, but I guess this is a good one for parents. This is a good episode for you guys to watch because it is all about nap time schedules, pickup, and things like that. You get to see the perspective of the daycare owner or provider. I think it's great. Question number 3. Nap time pickups. Why? And there's like this emoji. Mom messaged me and said she would be picking up kid at 12:45 for an appointment. I told her that's right during rest time, so I'll meet her at the door. She told me he didn't sleep good last night, so feel free to put him down for a nap earlier. And then she goes, no. And of course, I have a Zoom meeting today with my child's speech therapist at 2 o'clock, specifically scheduled during rest time, so I don't have any distractions. I know she'll bring him back. So is it wrong to tell her that she can't drop him off between 1:50 and 2:30 because of my meeting? It happens very rarely, but I hate nap time pickups. It's my only break, and it's very disruptive, especially since he's only 1 and will probably fight going back to sleep. I wish parents thought about these kinds of things. Preach to the choir, sister. I feel your pain. We all feel your pain. Parents, if you're watching, do you feel our pain? Think about it. You have 1, 2, 3 kids, and if you stay home with them and you're running ragged, just think we have like 8 kids, and we have to have like this perfect routine, and we need our break time because it's the only time that we can get anything done, that we can actually go to the bathroom, we can actually eat something. There's a reason for nap time, and it's for things like that, like basic needs for the daycare provider. Not even kidding. And this person is an in-home daycare provider, and she specifically scheduled a Zoom meeting for her child's speech therapist, which is perfect, coinciding during nap time. It seems like she's got a pretty decent program because she is able to schedule a Zoom meeting at that time because apparently her kids nap. So that's good. Good on you. Perfect. It is not wrong of you to say, no, you cannot drop your child back off until after 2:30 because I have a meeting and it's already been scheduled, and that is, I can't get up from the meeting and I'm paying for the speech therapy session or whatever. Like, you just got to explain, tell the truth, and say I can't have your kid being dropped off. After 2:30, totally cool. And that's it. And either they'll keep them home or they'll listen and they'll drop them off at 2:30. Either way. Let's see what else. That the baby didn't sleep well last night, so you can put him down early. And she says no. I mean, it depends. If I have a baby and they're really having a hard time, I'm not keeping them up screaming and crying and suffering if they want to go to bed 20 minutes earlier. They're going to go to bed. And usually they will sleep the designated nap time hours. Like, seriously, they will. They just need that rest. Sometimes they're growing. Sometimes they're teething. Sometimes they're getting over an illness and they need that rest. You know how babies, they don't eat when they're not hungry, and then they're like the bottomless pit when they feel better and they're starving. It's the same thing with sleep. Sometimes they're not getting good sleep because they're teething or whatever. And then once they feel better, they need that rest. They just do. So I give it to them. And I hope that answers your question. That will wrap up today's Q&A. This is episode number 8. If you like this channel, like and subscribe. Share, comment below, and send me any questions that you think that you would like answered by commenting down below, and I will eventually have an email set up, and it will be linked in the description. If you want to see any of my other things, I have a link tree in the description below. In the meantime, sayonara, see you later, and see you on the flip side. Bye.